Hello and welcome to the United Community Channel. My name is Jack and this is your latest Manchester United news. Here we go. The very first here we go of the Ineos era has arrived. Joshua Zirkzee to Manchester United. Here we go from Fabrizio Romano. Really good news coming out of Manchester United. We've been saying it for the last couple of weeks that deals are probably not going to get done until the Euros are over for certain players. Joshua Zirkzee went out last night as England beat the Netherlands in the Euros semi-finals, and today we get the announcement that it's deal done for Joshua Zirkzee to Manchester United. It's been coming obviously from Fabrizio Romano. He's broken the story. He's been on top of this for the last couple of weeks, in fairness to him. And he's come out on Twitter and says, exclusive, Joshua Zirkzee to Manchester United. Here we go. Man United will not trigger the clause, but pay slightly above €40 million with better payment terms in 3 years. Zirkzee signs until June 2029 with option for a further season. First signing of the Ineos era. An absolute brilliant afternoon for us. We thought we were going to get something like this before the end of the week, whether it would be Joshua Zirkzee, whether it would be maybe someone like De Ligt. I think Zirkzee was always going to be the first one to get over the line, given the fact that we were so advanced with talks with Bologna. We had, personal terms agreed with the player himself, and it's really good news. And look, we've been talking about this over the past few days as well, with reports suggesting that United were not going to actually trigger the release clause of Joshua Zirkzee, and they were going to pay slightly over. And I think this is the type of negotiating now that we have at Manchester United, and it's smart negotiating. Don't listen to anybody who tells you, oh, you overpaid for him again. You actually overpaid more than his release clause, and that's all you had to pay. Nonsense. The reason why Manchester United paid more than the release clause is so that they could pay in installments over the next 3 years. And this is very clever tactics out of, whoever is negotiating. Dan Ashworth, Jason Wilcox, Omar Barada, whoever the case may be. Very smart. Because what it does is it allows Manchester United to maybe pay, you could pay, if it's €40 million, slightly, let's say it's €45 million, you could pay 20 now, maybe 12 next year and 13 the year after. But more than anything else, it frees up extra funds for United to go out and reinvest into the transfer market this summer, and I think it's very smart business out of Manchester United. Get your comments in to the comment section, guys. We'll be going through them in a moment. Smash a like on the video, and if you are new, please do hit subscribe as well. We're on the road to 10,000, less than 50 to go now to 10,000 subscribers. But look, really happy with this deal. Signs until June 2029 with the option of a further season. Now, we were discussing it last night on our was it not? Sorry, not last night, the night before. Were United still going to do this, 4-5+1 style contract that we've been doing over the last 10 years under the likes of Ed Woodward and John Murtaugh and all these kind of guys, and it seems like United are doing the same thing. I think it's smart, until June 2029, which is a 5-year deal with the option to extend it onto a 6-year deal. Really positive news coming from Manchester United, and he's tied down. Now look, this guy is, when we get back to talking about strikers, we know how desperate Manchester United are for a second striker at the moment. And not only are we getting a second striker in, this guy is not just an out-and-out number 9. I think he's more of a link-up player, more of a number 10 than anything else. So now he can play as an out-and-out striker, of course he can. But we're getting a player that can play in not just in one position and can play in a number of different types of, tactical formations, styles of play. And we know Erik ten Hag is looking at potentially, bringing in and getting some more, I suppose, dynamic formations and not just going with the standard 4-4-3 because we've been I suppose, so hamstrung by the types of players that we've had. So it's a really, really good signing for United, it's one that I'm really, really happy with, I have to say. Let's hope we see the domino effect kick in now. Obviously De Ligt is close. We'll talk a little bit more about that on tonight's show at 9 o'clock. But the first one over the line now, the monkey is off Ineos's back. It's it's good to see we're getting business done. And a lot of people saying, I've been putting up some content over the last few days about it's great to see the change in Manchester United and how, we're approaching transfer windows, and you're getting a lot of idiots, opposition fans, some United fans as well, thinking that nothing has changed just because we haven't signed anybody yet. Well, now we have, and we've got it done, in the second week of July, which is absolutely fantastic. This guy will get 3 weeks off, you would expect, after playing in the Euros. He didn't play an awful lot of minutes in the Euros, so whether you get the full 3 weeks off or not remains to be seen. If that's the case, he more than likely will be going on the US tour with us, which is absolutely fantastic as well. Get him in, get him playing with his teammates, get him working on the training ground with Eric Ten Hag and what Ten Hag wants to do with him. And I think the fact that we've got it done so early and that he can go on pre-season tour is a massive, massive boost going forward for us. Let's see what everyone is saying here. Who have we got in? Keane is there, Oshin is in, Ben is there as well. Keane says De Ligt next. Yeah, let's hope so. The Sniper Man says, can you also cover the news where Man United posted welcoming Ruud van Nistelrooy? We will do that tonight, Sniper Man, on our 9 o'clock show. I'll be live again tonight from 9 o'clock. This is just specifically for the breaking news on Zirkzee. I still think 40 mil was a tad bit much. 30 to 35 would be a perfect deal. Well, the fact that we're paying in installments now takes a little bit of that pressure off, and it's not one big lump sum. Now look, we're getting these types of players in now that we've been talking about for a long time. Getting young, hungry, talented players in on maybe their first and second contracts is what we've been looking. Now, let me tell you right now, it's not all going to be plain sailing with the signings that we make. Just because we've got Dan Ashworth, Jason Wilcox, Omar Barada, Dave Brailsford, whoever else it may be, doesn't mean everything is going to be going, really, really smooth, and every player is going to hit the ground running. And that will not be the case. It will not be the case. And we've got to give this guy some time, and we've got to be patient with him. He's not going to be, bursting into a 30 goal a season striker instantly. But if we have patience and, give him the time that he needs, I'm sure he's going to be a good player for us. Helps hugely with PSR. The Greenwood sale will offset a lot of this, absolutely, says Oshin. He also says we will play the glorious 4-4-2 formation with himself and Highland up top. Well, there you go, options, and options is what we want and what we need. Luke says would have loved to seen more minutes from Zirkzee in the Euros. Bring back Wout. No, I think Wout is gone for good. Bring on the next ones, onwards and upwards, says Ben. Luke says, do we know how much the agent fees were? He was looking for mad money. Look, it was around 15 million that he had quoted AC Milan. Reports suggested that he was not going to go that high. Look, it doesn't really matter. If Ineos are happy with it, Manchester United are happy with it, then we should be happy with it as well. But yeah, happy days. Yeah, so look, just to go through it really, really quickly for anyone who hasn't seen, Manchester United have announced that, let me just get it up here, if I can find it. Where are we? We are there. So Manchester United have announced let me put it here, if I can. Manchester United have officially announced Ruud van Nistelrooy and Hake as backroom staff at Manchester United. Ruud van Nistelrooy is back at the club. Absolutely fantastic. We'll have more about this later on this evening or tonight when we're speaking on our live show at 9 o'clock tonight. If you haven't and you are new, guys, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications as well. You'll be notified the second that we do go live. But it's really, really good news from a Manchester United fan standpoint. The first here we go of the Ineos era has arrived, and it's Joshua Zirkzee for a good deal, you would have to say, coming from Bologna. Really promising, young, hungry player, and it's what we need. So now we can say striker ticked, done and dusted. Let's move on. Let's concentrate. Centre midfield, centre back now. Next, let's hopefully it'll be someone like De Ligt or someone like that. But we can box off that striker position now. We've got it sorted, and we've got it sorted early in the transfer window. Manchester United and Ineos are conducting themselves quite well in this transfer window so far, I have to say. But guys, look, we'll leave it there. Please smash a like on the video if you haven't done so already. Subscribe if you're new. Like I said, I'll be back tonight at 9 o'clock. Anybody that's new, please do join us at 9. Say hello. Get your comments into the chat as well. I'll chat to you later. Have a great day. Come on, United.